Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Path AI. We're so happy to have you on our YouTube channel today. This is a picture of a young lady called me from the parking lot of Sunrise Hospital. Her mom had just been discharged right here in Las Vegas. Paperwork in one hand, a bag of new prescriptions in the other, and absolutely no idea what was supposed to happen next. The nurse had rattled off a list of instructions so fast she couldn't keep up. The discharge papers were 4 pages long and written in medical language that felt like it was a foreign language. And I know we've all been in that situation. On top of that, her mom, bless her heart, just wanted to go home. I'm happy to say that family made it through, but not without a lot of unnecessary fear, confusion, and a preventable trip back to the ER exactly 3 days later. In today's episode, I'm going to show you what those 48 hours after hospital discharge actually looks like, what you need to know, what AI can help you organize, and most importantly, how SilverPath Senior Services can step in when it's too much for you to handle alone. I'm Shannon James with SilverPath Senior Services, and this is Living After 50. If you caught episode 16, my co-founder, Glenda Barnes, shared something really powerful. She talked about how ChatGPT can help families after a hospital visit, translating confusing discharge instructions, organizing medications, planning meals, and even recognizing when a symptom is serious enough to call the doctor. Glenda also shared a personal story about her own health scare that I think a lot of you definitely were able to relate to. Just in case you haven't seen it yet, I really encourage you to go back and watch it. I'll do you one better. I'll put the link in the description below for you. Because here's the thing. Everything Glenda showed you in that episode applies the moment your parent comes home from the hospital. Translating discharge papers, organizing medications, knowing when a symptom means call the doctor versus go to the ER. That episode was the toolkit. Now this episode is the moment you'll need to use it. So episode 16 gave you the tools. Episode 17, the one that you're watching now, gives you the roadmap for when and how to use them. I want to tell you a story, and I've told you the story before, about a woman that we'll call Miss E. Miss E was 78 years old, sharp as a tack, funny, the kind of woman who had a name for every plant in her garden and remembered every single person's name that she met without writing it down. Now, Miss E lived alone for years after her husband passed away, and she was proud of that independence. It meant everything to her. Then one day she had a fall, and we all know that a fall at 78 years old is nothing short of catastrophic. She ended up at Sunrise Hospital here in Las Vegas with a fractured hip. Fortunately, the surgery went well. The medical team did a beautiful job. But then came discharge day. Her daughter Linda drove over from Henderson. She expected to pick up her mom, take her home, and figure out the rest. What Linda got instead was a stack of papers, a prescription for 4 new medications, referrals to a physical therapist, a follow-up appointment with the surgeon in his office, and a home health nurse scheduled to start the following Tuesday. Nobody connected the dots. Nobody said, Linda, here's the order of operations. Here's what you do first, second, and third. Linda called me that evening. She was sitting at her mom's kitchen table, papers spread out everywhere, overwhelmed, and we all know when we get overwhelmed, we begin to cry. She said, Shannon, I don't know what I'm doing. I love my mother, but I don't know what I'm doing. That's the moment I think about every time someone asks me why SilverPath Senior Services exists. Because Linda didn't need to be a medical expert. She needed someone who already understood the system, someone who could walk in, look at those papers and say, here's exactly where we are, and this is what happens next. I'm happy to report that Missy is doing well today. She's back in her garden, and Linda finally got to be a daughter again, not a case manager. So let's get practical. If your parent has just been discharged, or if you are preparing for a discharge that's coming up, here are the 5 things that need to happen in the first 48 hours. Number 1, read the discharge summary. Then ask AI to translate it for you. The discharge paperwork is your roadmap, but it's written for clinicians, not families. So we'll go over to our AI agent, ChatGPT or Claude, paste in the key sections or take a picture of them and upload them into the chat box and type, can you explain this in plain language and tell me what I need to prioritize in the next 48 hours? In just a few seconds, you'll get a clear, human summary that you can understand. Number 2, you're going to need to create a medical list of all mom's medications right now. Glenda covered this in episode 16. Pull up ChatGPT, build a current medication list using the new discharge prescriptions. Compare it against what your parent was taking before the hospital. Flag anything new. Flag anything that was stopped. This is critical. Medication errors after discharge are one of the leading causes of not just hospital readmissions, but also of deaths. Number 3, confirm the follow-up appointments. Don't assume appointments are scheduled. Call the offices yourself to confirm, especially when it comes to the surgeon's office or specialist and the primary care doctor. Use AI to help you draft a simple message if you need to reach out to coordinate care between providers. Number 4, let's talk about setting up the home environment. So before your parent even walks through the door, walk through the house, ask AI, what home safety modifications should I make for someone recovering from a hip replacement? Or whatever the condition is that your parent has just went through. You'll get a practical checklist in under a minute. Let's move on to number 5. Write down the warning signs. The discharge papers usually list what symptoms mean call the doctor versus go to the ER. Post it somewhere visible and ask AI to rewrite it in plain, simple language so everyone in the household understands. Now I want to be real with you. AI is a tool, and it's a powerful one, true. But what Linda needed that night at her mother's kitchen table wasn't just a better tool. She needed someone on her side, someone with experience, someone who had done this before and could say, I've got you, we've got this is what we're going to do. That's exactly what our care coordination retainer is designed for. With this service, we become your ongoing point of contact, navigating providers, reviewing discharge plans, coordinating follow-up care, and making sure nothing falls through the cracks. And we do this month after month. It's not a one-time consultation, it's a relationship. Because aging doesn't happen in a single appointment, and neither does good care. Your family is managing a parent's care, if that's what you guys are doing, or if you can see that day coming and you want to be prepared. I want to talk to you. Visit us at silverpathseniorservices.com or call us directly at 702-203-3778. We serve families all across Las Vegas Valley, including Henderson, Summerlin, North Las Vegas, Boulder City, and beyond. If this episode helped you, I'd love for you to hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you found value here, share it with someone who's walking through this type of scenario right now, whether that's a friend, a sibling, a neighbor who's been carrying this burden alone. One share could make a real difference in someone's family. You can also find episode 16 in the description below. Glenda's episode, How ChatGPT Can Help After a Hospital Stay. Together, these two episodes give you a real foundation for navigating your loved one's care. I'm Shannon James with Silver Path Senior Services. Until next time, take care of yourself too, because caregivers matter just as much as the people that they're caring for. I'll see you next week in our next video.